Hi, this is Cheryl Hazzard. I was watching a video about reactive abuse, about what happens when a person's been abused and they don't know how to deal with it being abused. And this definitely pertained to me because I did become abusive when somebody had abused me. I'd received gaslighting. I was talked smack about myself behind my back, and the person made it obvious that that's what they had done, and I snapped. And what I'm realizing is that learning self-defense is not just about learning how to defend yourself physically and how to deal with that. It is about learning how to deal with what happens when somebody abuses you. And here's the problem. By the time that you even learn that, it's usually by the time you've been made aware that you've been abused, you're ready to lose your shit because you've been gaslighted and made to believe you're crazy. You've been manipulated for a while. This person has been dishonest with you for a while. So by the time you snap back, you're a firecracker. You're that bomb ready to go off. And we're not really made aware that, okay, you need to step back before it's a bomb ready to go off. Now I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So for me to learn to recognize what Dr. Phil referred to as baiters, I need to learn to recognize, one, not only what is baiting, but, okay, I need to not respond to this. Or, okay, if this person's tendency is to bait me and gaslight me and all this, then I need to just not even have a relationship with them at all, because that person has no qualms with painting me out to look bad or to mess with my psyche. And, they might not think that the state of my psyche is valuable, but I do. I think the state of my psyche is valuable. But they don't. They think mess with my psyche. And I wasn't taught. I didn't learn everything about what to do with baiters. I learned about Dr. Phil and the idea of baiters, but I really didn't understand the full magnitude of how do you deal with a baiter. Like, I learned the concept of a baiter, but what I realize now is that I needed to understand what to do with a baiter. Is it cut the conversation short? Is it tell him I'm not going to engage with you when this is what you're trying to do? Is it call him out? I'm aware that you're baiting me and I'm not going to participate in this. But that's the thing, is that, yeah, self-defense isn't just learning to physically defend yourself against somebody who's physically attacking you, hitting you, punching you, kicking you. It's learning the appropriate ways to deal with it when somebody's emotionally abusing you. And yes, I did reactively abuse the person who attacked me and gaslit me because I didn't know how to do it better. I just snapped. I didn't have a lot of practice in dealing with baiting. The last person that I was being I was being stonewalled by my husband while I was married to him. He sat there with his arms quiet and just looked at me in contempt. I cried, and then I didn't say anything to him about him. But I did not forget that I was stonewalled. No shit. I remembered that I was stonewalled. But the thing is, it's not stonewalling somebody who actively abuses you and baits you. If they actively bait you and abuse you and you step back and you don't say anything, that's not stonewalling. That's stepping back and saying, I'm not going to tolerate this. Like, okay, I'm not going to reward you for baiting me or manipulating me or gaslighting me. That's I'm not going to reward them for it. There's a distinction.